Hello student. Now we will be doing our next chapter lesson, that is Tiger in the Zoo, is a poem by Leslie Norris. So what I'll be doing is, in this video I'll be sending you a video clip of model reading by my lovely wife. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to listen to that audio clip without opening your books. So close your eyes, listen the audio very properly. Then as soon as you finish, as soon as the model reading is finished, so what you will do is you to open your book and you again, you read it silently. And in the evening, you can send me your video of your reading the poem. All right. If you have any, if you have any difficulties in pronouncing certain words, you can always type the words and send it in the WhatsApp.
He stalks in his vivid stripes the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. He should be snarling around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. But he's locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. Leslie Norris. Thank you.
Hello student, today we are going to study the third poem of the book, that is Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. So before proceeding to the poem, I will give you the brief central idea of the poem. Okay, the poet is talking about a mental state of a tiger that is in the cage. So he compares the tiger living in the cage with the tiger living in the forest. So through this poem, the poet is giving us a strong message that wild animals should remain in their natural habitat or house, not caged in the zoo. So the poem stresses the idea of freedom and its value. All right, so let us look at the poem. In the first stanza of the poem, the poet says he stalked in his vivid stripe the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. So here stalk means to walk, vivid means deep bright colors, pad is a tiger's claw, rage is a anger. So the poet says the tiger with the vivid stripes walks few steps in the cage because his area of his cage is very small and he can walk only few steps. Okay, so and his pads are very soft like a velvet, so it doesn't make any sound, so it is very quiet. So if you see in the last line, the poet has used two opposite adjectives, that is quiet and rage. So here the quiet is silent, all right. Rage means very angry, furious. So the tiger is in the cage, so he cannot express his anger, his power, all right. So he may be controlling his anger and it is in silent. So in the first stanza, the poet is talking about the tiger who is confined in the zoo. He walks very few steps inside the confined area of his cage and there is no sound of his step, and he has suppressed his anger and walk silently. So in the second stanza, the poet says he should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass near the water hole where plump deer pass. So here the lurking means to remain hidden in order to attack. Sliding means walking with ease. Plump is meaty. All right. So in this stanza, poet is talking about the tiger who is living in the forest. Poet says that a tiger living in the zoo should have been lurking and sliding in the tall grass instead of being in the cage. And he should be stalking some fatty or meaty deer, a fat deer near the water hole and lying there expecting a good food. All right. So Again, in third stanza, the poet says he should be snarling in the houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fang, his claws, terrorizing the village. So here the snarling is growling, bowing is exposing, uncovering, fang is a teeth. So in this stanza, the poet imagined what the tiger should be doing in the jungle. All right. So he says that the tiger should be snarling around the houses near the jungle edge. He would be growling near some village and showing his white fang, fearless claw. That is why he should be terrorizing the village. But now he is in the small cage. All right. So let's see what poet says about the tiger in the fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bar, stalking the length of his cage, so ignoring visitors. So here concrete is made of cement, stone, sand. You know, everybody knows what is concrete, right? Okay, cell is a cage here. Ignoring means not caring. So the poet says that the tiger now is imprisoned in a small cage, right, with concrete surface. All his world is full of concrete. So in spite all his strength, he cannot show his strength because he is locked. He is locked inside the cell, and his strength is also locked along with him. So he just walked in his cage, and the people who came to see him in the zoo, he just ignored them all. Okay, he just ignored the visitor. So in the last stanza, the poet says, he hears the last voice at night, the patrolling car, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. So patrolling means keeping watch or a vigil by police or by some security guard. So stares means to look intently, okay, to gaze. So in the last stanza, the poet says that the tiger hears the sound of a patrolling car at night, and he stares at the bright star with the brilliant eyes. So please look at the two phrases of the last two lines. One is brilliant eyes, another brilliant stars. So brilliant stars means sad. So when we look at the star, okay, when we are sad, when we meet someone, we look at the star, we gaze at the stars. So here the tiger is sad because he is caged in the zoo. He cannot walk freely. He missed his forest and is lonely as he ignores the visitor and gazes at the star. So another phrase is brilliant eyes. So brilliant eyes implies or denotes hope. Alright, so here the tiger hopes for freedom someday. He hoped that someday he will be free from this cage, from this concrete wall. So this is the poem. So again, I'll be sending another video. There I'll be talking about the various technical devices the poet has used in this poem. Okay, so till then, take care, stay safe, and keep social distancing. Thank you.
Hello student, today we will be doing the technical devices that poet has used in this poem. So here I have written all the technical devices that he has used in this stanza. I think you have already seen my video. So this time we'll look into the various technical devices that poet has used. Okay, so first we'll be doing the rhyme scheme. So we'll see here stripe is A. So kids doesn't rhyme with stripe, so this is B. Right, so again quiet, it doesn't rhyme with any two of the above, so this is C. However, the grades rhymes with kids, so again this is B. So the rhyme scheme for this poem is A, B, C, B. Okay, so another is personification. Here the poet has given a tiger human form. He has used the word that is he. All right. So another poetry device is enjambment. Okay, enjambment means the sentence that continues to the next line without any punctuation marks. So if we see the first two lines, and there is no punctuation marks in between, so this is a enjambment. All right. So next is imaginary. Imagery. Well, so poet has tried to create an image about tiger by using the phrases like a stalk. All right, a few steps. Here, poet is trying to create an imagery about the tiger in a reader's mind. So, we'll go to another device that is consonants. Consonants is the use of consonant word s. So here, if you see, so here poet has used here stock. All right, s, 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 and s. These are the use of consonant word. So another device is assonance. Assonance is the use of vowel sound. Here the vowel sound is I. If you see here, I in his, again here also is I, again here we beat I. The use of vowel sound I. All right, so another devices that poet has used is metaphor. Here the poet has compared the tiger's feet or paws into with velvet. All right, so this is a metaphor, the comparison between tiger's tiger paw. Okay, so another poetic devices is oxymoron. So oxymoron is when the poet use adjective word that is opposite to each other. So if you see here, it's quiet and rich. So if you have seen my video, you'll know that this is the two opposite adjective, because quiet means to become to be silent, right? So rage means anger. So here if we see the whole poem, the poet is saying that the tiger is furious, is angry, but he is locked into the cage, so he cannot show his anger, so he has been quiet. So this is this kind of devices is called oxymoron. So we'll move on to our second stanza. So again here the rhyme scheme is AB, CB. Grass rhymes with pass. Okay, again personification. Poet has given a tiger human form. All right, so another is imagery. Again, poet has tried to create the image of the tiger by using the phrase like it should be lurking in the shadow. Okay, so enjambment again, this, if you see these two lines, there is no punctuation marks in between, so this is enjambment. Now we have a new devices, that is alliteration. So alliteration is the repetition of the word, right? So if you see here P and P, so here the P has been repeated, so this is called alliteration. So in third stanza again the rhyme scheme is AB, CB. All right, so age will rhyme with age will rhyme with village. All right, so another poetry devices is again enjambment. If you see first two lines over here, there is no punctuation mark, so this is a continuation of the first line, so this is enjambment. So another devices we have is onomatopoeia. So onomatopoeia is the use of sound word. All right, so if you see here snarling, so this is a sound word, right? Snarling is a sound word, so this is known as onomatopoeia. So again personification, tiger has been given again the human form over here, so this is personification. Another is consonants, use of consonant sound, that is S. Okay, here should S, snarling S, and house is S. And again poet has used assonance over here. There are two vowel sound. One is O. Okay, so O, around O, house O, and another is I. Is I, white, is close. So this is the poetic devices for the third stanza. Again, in fourth stanza also, the rhyme scheme remains the same. So if you see here, birds rhymes with visitor. So again, it's a ABCB. Again, personification. The tiger has been given a human form in this fourth stanza also. Another poetic devices is consonant. Here again, as word has been repeated, strength has been used. Okay, again we have assonance, use of vowel sound, that is E, sail, concrete, and locked. Okay, again here the poet has used alliteration. So if you see here, the word be has been repeated behind bars. All right. So coming to the last stanza of the poem. So again here the rhyme scheme is same. It's A B C B. So cars and stars rhymes together. Alright, so again personification you can see over here. So we have again enjambment. So here also last two lines has been continued. There is no punctuation marks in between. So this is enjambment. Alliteration. Again the word H has been repeated. He and he hears. H has been repeated. Again assonance. The poet has used the vowel sound I over here. So you can see over here is and N. Okay, so these are the various technical devices that poet has used in this poem. So we have completed our poem, that is a tiger in the zoo. So I have some assignment for you. So you have to do the practice reading, you have to write the center idea of the poem, you have to write the summary of the poem and book exercise. So stay home, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.